Take a look around our planet, and you will see a perfectly balanced biosphere. We have lush, breathing forests, deep oceans teeming with life, and a global temperature that feels custom-built to keep us comfortable. But look beyond our atmosphere, and that peace disappears instantly. The rest of the universe is a freezing, irradiated void that is incredibly hostile to anything trying to survive. Even our own planet didn't start out this serene. Earth was born from the debris of a rapidly expanding universe, forged in the heat of a system still coming together. So how exactly did a relentless, multi-billion-year chain of apocalyptic catastrophes accidentally build a perfect cradle for us? Our existence is the result of recurring planetary devastation. Without these disasters, we would lack the very foundations of our life. 4.5 billion years ago, the early Earth was a toxic hellscape. The surface was a boiling ocean of magma, constantly ripped apart by erupting volcanoes and endless incoming asteroids. Then came a collision that could have ended the story entirely. A rogue planet roughly the size of Mars, which scientists call Theia, slammed directly into the young Earth at incredible speed. Instead of pulverizing our planet, the blasted debris gathered in orbit to form our moon. That massive chunk of rock stabilized our rotation, slowed our days down, and allowed Earth's outer crust to finally cool. With a solid surface forming, Earth became a target again. For millions of years, the planet endured a relentless bombardment from meteorites streaking in from deep space. These specific meteorites were packed with frozen ice. Upon impact, that ice vaporized into thick clouds, triggering torrential rains that filled Earth's massive craters to form oceans. Deep beneath the churning waters, intense volcanic heat forced chemical reactions. Tiny molecules linked to form amino acids, the biological building blocks required for early cellular life. The same celestial bombardment that threatened to destroy the planet delivered the precise ingredients required to spark biological life. Fast forward hundreds of millions of years, and life had scaled up drastically. The planet was dominated by massive apex predators, ruling the land, the deep sea, and the air, the dinosaurs. Their undisputed reign ended with a blinding fireball. A 27-kilometer-wide asteroid traveling at immense speed slammed directly into what is now the Gulf of Mexico. The immediate aftermath was catastrophic. Towering tsunamis swept across the continents, winds reached 150 degrees, and a thick canopy of pulverized rock blocked out the sun entirely. The sudden darkness and freezing temperatures decimated the global food chain. Starvation rapidly wiped out 75% of all species, erasing the giant dinosaurs from the planet. Yet hiding in the rubble were tiny survivors. Our ancient mammalian ancestors, weighing under 25 kilograms, survived simply because they were small enough to burrow underground and scavenge whatever scraps remained. This mass extinction was a necessary clearing of the board. By removing the dinosaurs, this catastrophe provided our ancestors with the space and resources to leave the shadows. Millions of years later, those surviving mammals had evolved into early primates, living comfortably high up in the lush, rainy forests of Africa, thriving on an abundant supply of fruit. Then, the ground beneath them began to shift. Deep tectonic plates collided, forcing a massive new mountain range upward and diverting the flow of moist air across the continent. The new peaks blocked the crucial monsoon rains. The dense forests rapidly died off, leaving behind a harsh, dry, open savanna with practically nowhere to hide. As the fruit trees disappeared, our ape ancestors were forced to abandon the dying tree canopies and travel across the exposed ground in search of food. Surviving in this dangerous new landscape required a radical adaptation. Over generations, they began to walk upright on two legs, allowing them to spot predators over the tall grass. Standing upright was a gamble for survival in the open air, one that freed our hands and created the physical foundation for the tool use and intelligence that define us today. Looking back across a 14 billion-year chain reaction, human beings are the lucky byproduct of a long sequence of cosmic accidents. The chaotic early universe has finally quieted down, and massive asteroids aren't currently raining from the sky, but the cycle of global destruction hasn't actually stopped. Our own civilization has become the primary driver of the planet's next mass extinction event. Through rapid climate change, industrial pollution, and widespread deforestation, our daily actions are recreating the environmental shifts that triggered past mass extinctions. The history of this planet proves that the Earth is incredibly resilient. It has survived toxic atmospheres, endured global freezing, and boiling oceans. In truth, we are the fragile ones. Earth has survived these extremes before and will eventually find a new equilibrium. But if we continue acting like an extinction-level event, humanity will not be around to see it.